This is how we gained over 500,000 followers for a local business using no trending sounds or hashtags. Hi, I'm Joe, and I own a digital marketing agency in upstate New York. We focus on video marketing for small businesses. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we took this local lawyer from 0 to over 500,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram using no trending sounds, no hashtags, just good content. The account that we're talking about is DRV Law on TikTok and Instagram. He has got over 20 years of experience in divorce, relationships, marriage, and it only felt right to share that knowledge with an audience online to help grow his following. The strategy that we used for him, which is the strategy that we use for just about every client that we work with, is to teach the audience something that they didn't know before. So this is something that you should consider when you're starting to grow your social media channels and starting to produce more content. You're very knowledgeable about one particular thing. Share that knowledge with people. It's the fastest way for you to give value to somebody. It's also going to be the easiest thing for you because it's something that you talk about on a regular basis. So whatever your product or service or your niche is, it's something you know a lot about. Share that knowledge with your audience and they will reward you by viewing the video, following you, liking, engaging. That's exactly what you want. The algorithms are so good that you don't have to worry about your video getting in front of the right person. The only thing you really need to focus on is whether or not your content is good enough. That being said, this is what we did for this particular account to make sure that his content was good enough to gain the following that he has today. It all really boils down to one key concept, and that's consistency. The first element that we want to be consistent with, not just with this account, but with all of our accounts, is how the video looks and sounds. Every video that we produce for this client looks and sounds very similar, down to the font choice and the color of the captions. You obviously don't have to do this, but as an agency, we're using high-end cameras and audio equipment as well as good lighting to make sure that we look as professional as possible. But if you're doing this for yourself, just make it look consistent. Same background, same lighting, same camera angles, same fonts, all that good stuff. The next piece that we're really consistent on, and this is the most important, is the content itself. This particular client usually has a list of content ideas that he brings to the table that we kind of whittle down to what we think is the best. From there, we spend the most time on the first 3 to 5 seconds of each one of those videos. The hook of the video is going to determine whether or not somebody's going to stay and watch the rest of it. Here's a few things to keep in mind when you're writing your video hooks. First, try to use the word "you" within the first 3 seconds of the video. It's going to make sure that the person watching knows that the video is just for them. Next, that hook has to give the viewer a reason to watch the rest. So if you can make it a little controversial, a little sexy, a little bit off the cuff, think BuzzFeed type of article, you're gonna grab that user's attention and maybe they'll stay for the rest of your video. So don't be afraid to spend a little bit of time on each hook because that's what's gonna determine whether or not somebody stays for the rest. After the hook, our client kind of runs the show because he's the expert in this field. The only advice that we make sure to give him is to keep it short, keep it simple, and focus on just one topic in each video. People don't have long attention spans anymore, so we don't want to give them these long drawn out videos, especially on a platform like TikTok or Instagram where the attention span is nothing. One thing that we try to accomplish with each one of these videos is to leave the viewer either educated or inspired. If you do one or both of those things, there is no reason that you won't get engagement on that video. The last thing that we're really consistent with is how we post these videos. For this client, we post once a day, Monday to Friday. We use the analytics to tell us what time of day is best, but generally once a day seems to do the trick. Lots of social media gurus will tell you got to post on TikTok 3 to 5 times a day. That can be insanely daunting. You don't have to do that. We have some clients that we have insane success for that we only post once every 3 or 4 days. So for this particular client, it's once a day, Monday to Friday. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we don't use any trending sounds or hashtags. For hashtags, we have a pretty stock list of hashtags that we use for all of his videos, but depending on the topic, we will actually add a few in to make it relevant to the person that's watching. So no trending hashtags, they are not gonna help your video. And when I say that we don't use any trending sounds, for this particular account, we don't use any sounds at all. It's actually just his voice, so every video that you see of his, you're gonna see an original sound at the bottom of the video. Now I will tell you, the success from this particular channel has not happened overnight. This is over the last year and a half or so, but what I will tell you is that this strategy for this particular client has led to over 500,000 followers in a relatively short period of time when you think about it. The thing we're looking for is steady growth. Yes, every now and then we'll have a video that gets 3, 4, 6 million views, which leads to thousands of followers over a few days, but that's not the norm. What we're looking for is that steady growth, and the only way you're going to accomplish that is to be posting consistently with valuable content that teaches your audience something they didn't know before. If you got any value out of this video, please leave me a like. And if you want more videos like this, showing you how to grow your social channels and make more money online by marketing your business there, consider subscribing to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.